challenge, a major hurdle. For some of the diseases, one of the commonest diseases, Burkitt's lymphoma, which affects, let's say, about 30% of our children present with Burkitt's lymphoma. And to treat that over a 3-month period might cost just about $500, but that's a huge amount of money for the average, Ghanaian. And so finance is a problem because childhood cancer treatment is not covered under our National Health Insurance scheme. Other diseases are, surprisingly, breast cancer is and cervical cancer is, but childhood cancer, which has a much better prognosis, isn't. For quite a long while, Korle Bu was the only center that managed children with cancer. Kumasi, in the middle belt of Ghana, also now manages children with cancer. But children have to come from all over Ghana, from the far north, east, west. They are uprooted from their usual surroundings, their home environment, social setup, even their means of livelihood. They can't, continue with that, and they have to come and stay with a child maybe for months on end near Accra. That is sometimes up to about a year or longer, just so that their child can have treatment. So it's not surprising, and one of our other big challenges is that quite a number of children abandon treatment. That is, they get 1 or 2 cycles of treatment. Once the parents realize they're getting better, they just hope that maybe that's the end of it, and maybe for reasons which we can't blame them, because they might not have enough funds, etc. They have other children too and other family commitments. They leave and the children don't come back again. In some cases they do come back, but it's too late and we can't do much for them. When you want to treat childhood cancer effectively, some of the drugs we need to give could be quite toxic, and you need very good supportive care, ready availability of blood products, and suitable antibiotics, etc. Occasionally we do lose children who might have needed some of the blood products or some antibiotics that might not have been available at the time for them. In a country like Ghana, we would expect at least about 1,000 cases of childhood cancer a year. That is, children under 15 with cancer. Our 2 centers see only about a quarter of these cases, about 250. So what happens to the other 750? There are certain things that people will say is not meant for the hospital, things that they've never seen before, like a child with an unusual swelling that's growing so rapidly. They'll think it's something to do with some spiritual something or the other, and there's a lot of that around. So they'll go to either a fetish priest. So our other big challenge is creating awareness so that the children will be identified and brought in. We came up with posters which are quite graphic, but I suppose a huge proportion of our population is illiterate, so pictures speak better to them than words as such. But the message was there that childhood cancers can be cured, and that's the most important message I think we had to get across to the populace, that it can be cured.